Hello Metalstormers, it's Jackal with you again. Today we're going to see the F-111 aardvark in detail and make the first battles with it. I have unlocked it in my previous video and now it's time to see what this bird is capable for. First, let's go to the hangar and take a closer look. F-111 developed in the 60s as a Navy fighter interceptor, but it was eventually rejected for various reasons, giving, thank God, its place for the F-14. Air Force though adopted for bomber and electronic warfare roles among others. In Metalstorm, we have the What If interceptor version. You can't say, it's a good looking aircraft, no doubt about that. You can't say that looks mean, rather than gentle sloth. Anyway. In the general screen at the right side, we can see that it's armed with 6 radar missiles and that's about it. There is no secondary armament nor gun. For its self-defense, it has 5 flare countermeasures, and it comes with 2 traits. First trait is the cruising altitude. As an interceptor, if you fly between 6,500 and 13,000 feet, but only if you have your wings swept back, which is the second trait, as it is a variable sweep wing aircraft like MiG-23 and F-14 that are also in the game. On the left side, we can see that it is a 5-star difficulty aircraft to fly. Looking at the bars below, we can see that it has a bunch of hit points that makes it harder to kill. Speed and agility bars points out that lacks in those factors. After all, it's an interceptor, not fighter, and this is something you need to remember while flying it. I do try to remember myself also. In more detail at level 1. It has 180 hit points, almost double that of a light fighter. Top speed is very good and it will be needed in order to run for resupply your missiles. Acceleration is slow. Turning rate it's okay, but you have to remember to deploy your wings in order to turn, otherwise you just won't. Finally, afterburn is great, and it is enough to get you in position at the start of the battle or run for your resupply. Missiles. F-111 has 6 of the same radar guided ones. Their range is enormous, 12 kilometers, and you will find yourself firing at targets across the map. I'm sure you have been in the target positions many times until now. Missile speed is the best there is in the game and it reaches your target very fast. Missile turning rate is good, but because of its speed its trajectory is wide, so don't fire them at close crossing targets cause they won't be able to turn. On your HUD, locking circle seems narrow, but it's actually comfortable because you can steer and pinpoint the target you want to lock. Its side effect though is the 1.8 seconds of locking time, as it is rather slow and you will find yourself hitting launching button like crazy before firing. Visually they are represented as the AIM-54C Phoenix, one of the most feared missiles for many decades. Overall, a high punch missile that will credit you with 1 hit kills. As a radar guided missile has the advantage that you can fire more, as the previous one still flies to the target. They are self-guided and you can lock next target after firing 1 or 2. You don't need waiting for them to hit. Of course, stealth and jamming countermeasures applies to them, and that will make you vulnerable because you will be drawn closer to the enemies, and that's something you don't want. For those that want to alter its appearance, Metalstorm gives 3 more options that can be bought by gold. First one is the Boneyard one, which I really dislike in every aircraft in the game. Second is the Thundervark, as they called it, which is the standard Southeast Asia camouflage in real life and personally the most beautiful one and one I recommend. And the third is the Switchblade camo, that feels like a demo team or prototype one. Of course it's your choice if and which one you buy. That's all from the stats perspective. Tactically, you need to stay away from battle. Remember, you are a sniper, not a foot soldier. Position yourself close to a resupply point in your side of the map. Constantly use air brakes or you will draw yourself into the fight and you will surely die. Enough with stats and theory, let's see it in combat. One more thing before we go, I have to bind the toggle wing button to my mouse because I have only one hand, and then we will go and fight. I need to complete 3 fights with it, so let's do them in row. Interesting. Made all the errors I advised you not to do. I forgot how I should keep my distance many times, constantly forgetting sweeping the wings or deploy them, gone space high making myself a nice target. I think I'll need more practice to become effective. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the dogfights.